Putin's failure in Ukraine put Xi Jinping into vertigo. Introduction.
Russian President Vladimir Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping cooked pancakes and dumplings to show their cooking skills.
Chinese President Xi Jinping is also cooking something secretly, and that is how to invade Taiwan. Chinese President Xi Jinping is watching closely how Russia's war in Ukraine unfolds and the global response as Beijing weighs the risks of taking over Taiwan, top intelligence officials told lawmakers on Tuesday.
The Chinese are going to watch this very, very carefully, Lieutenant General Scott Berrier, director of the Defense Intelligence Agency, told the Senate Armed Services Committee. It will take some time for them to sort out all diplomatic, information, military, and the economic fallout that has occurred with this crisis.
Russia's setbacks in Ukraine are China's nightmare. Experts believe that China is learning from Russia's troubled war in Ukraine to improve its battle strategies and prepare for economic sanctions if Beijing ever attacks self-ruled Taiwan. Of the many issues contributing to Russia's physical battlefield woes in Ukraine, one of the most important has been the lack of effective joint or combined arms operations, widely considered essential to any effective modern fighting force.
Russia's poor level of coordination between its various services and branches can only be generously described as incompetent.
China's military equipment and training are identical to the Russian military. China builds its military by reverse engineering Soviet and Russian origin military hardware. The PLA Air Force will face the same problem as the Russian Air Force faced in the Ukraine invasion. Taiwan's strong military.
Taiwan's ground forces amount to highly trained 88,000 active duty personnel.
Taiwan's Navy has 4 destroyers, 22 modern frigates, and 2 submarines. Taiwan has 23 Coast Guard ships in service.
Taiwan's Air Force has 400 fighters, electronic warfare aircraft, and 30 special mission aircraft. Taiwan announced that 66 of its 141 F-16s had been fully upgraded to the F-16V standard, one of the most modern F-16 variants. Taiwan purchased 11 M142 high-mobility artillery rocket systems and 1,200 Harpoon anti-ship missiles, which will enable long-range strikes against the Chinese mainland and targets at sea when added to its sizable missile arsenal. Not to mention, Taiwan has a stockpile of Javelin, Stinger, drones, artillery, tanks and MAM-104 Patriot anti-air missiles. Taiwan's military not only can defend itself, but they are capable of launching attacks on mainland China using high-mobility artillery rocket systems and fighter jets.
Economy. When you read, it's more about protecting China's foreign currency reserves.
That means it's preparing for a type of Russia scenario, but on steroids, because China's foreign currency reserves are many times bigger than those of Russia. If the West freezes all of the Chinese overseas assets, the Chinese economy will face dire consequences.
Conclusion.
Russia's setbacks, however, suggest that any Chinese attack would take time, possibly more than China is ready for, some experts say.
The lessons from Ukraine send a big alert to Beijing that if they cannot achieve the goal militarily quickly, it will be a geostrategic disaster. That might lead Beijing to consider other measures, not the military option. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Instagram.